The first job we started gathering performance data for was the Wessex Water headquarters in Bath, which was designed in '98, finished in 2000. And it had a very comprehensive sustainability agenda, not just energy, but lots of other issues as well. And the client was deeply into it, and they were being advised by Jonathan Porritt at the time, which is interesting. The whole business plan revolved around environmental matters. So we said it would be a good idea to monitor the building afterwards, and they, of course, they jumped at it. They thought that was a great idea, not just on energy, but of course staff feedback on how they felt about the building and so on. But the revelation for us was that when we started gathering that data, we found to our horror that the building was performing about 30% worse than it should do. So what I mean by that is that it was using 30% more energy than it was designed to do. And we thought that was quite a big margin. I think we understand differently now. In fact, that's actually pretty good compared with some buildings, but 30% worse. And so we started a program of 2 years of minor alterations that we found all over the place where we could slightly improve the situation to get back to the performance that was originally intended. Information like that is not normally shared, and the reason is quite simple. If you say your building is underperforming by 30%, of course it doesn't look great, and everybody in the industry says, well, why are you using an architect when the building is not so good? But I felt in a way we had to publish it because somebody's got to start, and if people do start publishing their information on a bigger scale, it's much less embarrassing when things are slightly less than perfect and so on. And you start learning from other people's jobs as well. And we can only learn from our own jobs if we measure our own stuff, but we'd much rather learn from other people's jobs as well. So if there was some kind of culture in the industry of sharing the information, measuring buildings routinely, and then getting it published in some way, that would be good. Now, in the case of the Wessex Water building, when we published it, the engineers were quite nervous about it, I have to say, but the feedback we got was terrific. I mean, we also could say we knew some of the solutions to the problems we found, which is helpful. So in the end, it did us a lot of good. It didn't do us any harm at all.